Now, the WWE Draft is coming up April 26th, and the draft picks are going to be very interesting. Now, this is pretty much off the cuff, but if we're going to talk about drafts, I'm sure you're going to have a couple of people you might want to tip. If I was to talk about it on the spot, I certainly would like to see a bit of a changeover in the women's division. All of the workers, in terms of women, are on SmackDown, and they're not doing a hell of a lot with women on SmackDown. You've got Lay Cool in there. They seem to be dominating that storyline. And if that's a position for Vicky Guerrero, then we're not going to see the back end of it for a while, I think. But I would like to see Beth Phoenix maybe back on Raw. She is needed there and wasted on SmackDown. Whereas perhaps get those models, at least some of them, perhaps throw the Bella Twins over to SmackDown. Give them a run on there for a while. And getting out of the women's side of things, thinking about it again on the fly, maybe it's time for Drew McIntyre to go to WWE Raw and perhaps drop that Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, I think Drew would be really good on Raw, actually. And I think maybe take Kofi off Raw and put him over on SmackDown as well would work quite well. I don't want to see Sheamus move to SmackDown. I've said this already. So fingers crossed he doesn't, because if he does, he's going to be in R3 territory and it's not going to get any prettier for him. Other moves, I think, Cena to SmackDown. Don't be surprised. I've got a feeling about that one, because it's been quite some time and it's getting a bit stale over on Raw with him. So if you really want to shake it up, I think Vince needs to throw him on SmackDown. Other thoughts on it? I think definitely the Divas on SmackDown are, like you said, a lot better than the Raw division. They've got everybody over there. And I think they need to split the talent, because all the Raw Divas are just a bit bland, I think, you know. I mean, nice to look at, obviously, but, you know, I mean, there's nothing really too great about any of those matches. The Raw Diva matches, I normally just, you know, skip them or whatever.
Yeah, the draft picks will be interesting. It's always a great show. Certainly, I think it's a really unique type of show. It is always interesting. One of my favourite drafts just a few years ago, when you had that shocking JR Michael Cole commentary seat switchover, that was really big. And I don't think I expected that. In fact, I don't think anybody did. But if they can surprise like that, it's always welcome. Anything like that where you genuinely don't know or don't read it on the dirt sheets is incredible. It's what you're waiting for now. I mean, we get it so little. But let's see. Next week, David Hasselhoff is going to be hosting Monday Night Raw from London in the O2 Arena, probably. But I think that's one that maybe we should have gone to. We're not that far away. But certainly David Hasselhoff going to be a big draw, as always, in Europe. The Hoff, his records, and indeed his showmanship, always respected at this side of the pond.
The Hoff's a big guy too. He's about 6'5", 6'6". Bit fond of the drink. So it'll be interesting to see how sober he is on Monday night. But either way, I think it's probably going to be as stale as you could possibly imagine. I don't know what the Hoff has to offer, but at the same time, he's an entertaining kind of guy, and if he has a few scoops in him, I think it'll make some good TV.
The main event was Otunga and Cena versus Show Miz, and at the end of that match, we had that shocking heel turn by David Otunga. He worked all of us.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, marked out for him. I was like, Otunga. Well, not so much, but yeah, it worked. He worked, and it was perfect for him. He's right in there. He's in the pocket, more so than all of them, Darren Young especially. Yeah, good job out of them. Good writing.
Yeah, it did surprise me. Again, another surprise. So always good to note the positives on a show. Amongst all those negatives, there are positives. It's a lot easier to talk about the negatives than it is to recognise those good things. Like I say, we do all watch it. There has to be a reason why. I know we all wait for those special surprises and things that are really the type of things that make us mark out. But definitely, if there is a time to be surprised, it's when the writing surprises you. And I mean, every TV show should do that.
Yeah, they were. It was, I think, what brought us to the product so many years ago as kids, and I know it's a long time since we thought it was real and kayfabe was at its element, but those shocking moments all throughout history where you just honestly didn't know what was going to happen, from your Warrior Hogan's right around to the screw job. I mean, just classic, WWF, WWE moments, all the way through from WCW, and heel turns and the NWO and Hogan, and just some amazing moments. But there's some here and there we get, but not so much these days. And I know it's kind of hard to deliver, but the small touches are always nice. I like it.